Hey, what's up, all you rock and rollers? Man, I really need to invest in one of these attorney gimmicks because this looks so much better. Um, anyway, man, I just wanted to stop by because and drop this quick message because I realized, I mean, it may not be so quick, but I'm going to try to keep it to a half hour or less because I don't know how entertaining my babblings are. But anyway, I realized recently that July 1st, 2024 was the day that we dropped our first ever episode of Most Excellent Entertainment on Spotify. And that was kind of the start of this whole thing. Even though, we do decent numbers on YouTube too. I feel like we're a Spotify show. I feel like even though there is some visuals, that the show is cool to like put on and sink, let it sink into you. Let it really listen to the conversations and not be so distracted by my crazy sunglasses or hair or my Latino Heat t-shirt or whatever. So yeah, man, July 1st, 2024, today is the official 1 year anniversary of Most Excellent Entertainment. Now, here's the crazy thing. I guess the episode today will close the chapter on our first year, kind of end our first year. It's the 51st episode, I think, because we missed an episode in there somewhere. Health reasons, I think. But anyway, on Thursday, I will be recording an interview with Kickstand Jenny. And if you guys remember, Kickstand Jenny was our first ever guest on Most Excellent Entertainment. We had Scott and Preston on, and it was so cool. And I was super nervous because I was such a fan of that first record, and I was such a fan of Scott's voice and Preston's playing. But they were such cool guys, and they just kicked back and had fun, and it was a great conversation, and it was great. And I'm looking forward to talking to them about their new single. And I've gotten to talk to so many amazing people who I admired from before I started the podcast, like Evan Ginsberg, such a fan of his work, Dave Alvin from White Trash, Gerald Collier of Best Kissers in the World, Ronnie Barnett from the legendary Muffs, Rags Morales, who in my opinion is the greatest living comic book artist on this planet right now.
Audio Jungle.
And my personal hero, John Easdale. To actually get to sit down and talk to him was amazing. I still feel like I could have acquitted myself better in that interview, but I did my best, But yeah, I mean, to get to talk to so many people, and then from comic books and comedians and television and music, and when we had Keeper on, and we kind of went in a different direction where we talked about his book and things that he experienced. It kind of showed me what the podcast could become if I opened it up a little more. So the fact that, we ended up that and a desire to have wider conversations with people really kind of kicked off this era of Most Excellent Entertainment, where I'm just having great conversations without any real agenda, I guess, because in the beginning there was kind of an agenda. It was to find out what got you started creating things, how you became a creative person as a uh, like as a career or as an agenda, and then whether you were successful or not, what it was that kept you going. Those were the that was the topic. That was how we conducted the interviews. That was how things flowed. Um, and now it's just, man, I just want to get to know these people who do these amazing things, and I just want to know about their lives and bring that to you guys. And in that, the last two people who I've talked to, Jesse Ray Smith and Will Danes, have been such talented guys. Like, man, the music that they make is so freaking good. They're just on another level as far as songwriting and production, and Billy, and I got to talk to Lucas Rossi, man. Jeez, I forgot all about Lucas. I have so much, and Christian Shields and Marshall Benson, a band that I actually paid money to go see play live. Right before our interview, a band that I've supported by buying their music, and it's just been the coolest, and I've got to talk to AJ Mather and John, the Jazz Cow guy, and different authors, and just all these people who are doing incredible things. And I really, really hope that you guys like that. I've talked to people involved in the wrestling business, Justin Summers and Buzz Bloodsaw, and we've got an interview coming up this month with Jordan Blue, which I'm so looking forward to. She's such a talented young lady, and I really, really think that she is going to be signed to a major wrestling company before the year is up. And here's the thing, like, I would scream into the void. I really would, because I really enjoy doing this. But I don't know how easy it would be to get guests if I was screaming into the void. Mark Knight. Oh, man, I forgot to mention Mark Knight from Bang Tango. There's 52 guests. There's so many. And some of them I got familiar with for the show. And that doesn't mean that they, matter less in the grand scheme of things, obviously. But like Mark Knight has meant something to me for more than half my life. He's such an incredible guitarist, such an incredible writer, and such a cool, down-to-earth guy. Like, man. But anyway, without you guys, I don't know if I'd be able to get guests. People may tune in and go, wow, this guy has good conversations and he's not an idiot. But, nobody's paying attention. So the fact that we have had episodes that have gone over 1,000 views on YouTube, the fact that we have over 1,000 followers on Spotify, the fact that, even if sometimes we get 10 views, we still have a very strong core base, and I love that, man. So I could not do this without the people who tune in and listen, without you guys, Tune in and listen or tune in and watch every single freaking week. There are literally like 3 people, and it's only 3 people, but there are literally 3 people-ish who watch the show before I even have a chance to advertise it. Like, they watch it or listen to it the second it freaking drops. And that is, man, thank you. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. And before we go, I got to talk to friends on here, man. I got to talk to my buddy Paul. He's a talented musician and filmmaker. Got to talk to Pablo, who's a great guy. We obviously, since we don't do our podcast anymore, don't talk as much as we did, but so intelligent, so smart, has done so many cool things. And please, if you are a guest and I am not mentioning you, it does not mean that I don't appreciate you. It's just impossible. I didn't write anything down. I'm not a write it down kind of guy, you know. Mickey Magnum. Mickey Magnum, thank you so much, Nate. And I'm so proud to call you my friend, even though we haven't talked as much as we need to. And I'm proud of you for continuing your rock and roll through the adversity. You're an inspiration, brother. You know? Sign guy. Another personal friend who I've never met in person, but such a great guy, man. I love Sign Guy. Another guy who I haven't talked to enough lately. I'm busy. Single dad. 3 podcasts. And trying to do other stuff, so. But anyway, I couldn't do this. I say it every single week. But I could not do this without Tyler Martin. And I feel like I'm good at letting people know how much I appreciate them, but I really, really hope that Tyler knows how much I appreciate him. Peel back the curtain a little bit. When we first started doing this thing, I told Tyler, I'll give you $50 a week, or $50 every time we record. And if we record, multiple sessions in one day or whatever, it's still $50. If you drive me out to your studio. So gas was included in that $50 or whatever. It's such a cheap deal. You know what I mean? So the first time we went out there, I gave him $50. We recorded an episode. It was great. It was awesome. And then he had some health issues. And so I started recording on my phone. And then we kind of fell into a pattern where I would just record on my phone. It's whatever. And then he brought his studio to my house a couple times, and we recorded at my house. And then we talked about, maybe we're going to do that. But now, because of different things, man, life and stuff, it's pretty much me on my phone. I am still looking at building a studio, but here is the thing. I don't know how to separate the video from the voice. I don't know how to put an intro on this thing. I don't know how to upload it. I don't know how. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to zoom. I don't know how to decide what shots to take. I don't know any of that stuff. You know who does know all that stuff? Tyler Martin. And I have given Tyler maybe $200 over the course of this year. And because he believes in me, and because he enjoys what we're doing, and because he admires my persistence, the fact that I show up every week, man, and record some episodes and schedule all these people, he's there for me. He's there for me every single week, putting this thing out. He never complains. He never freaking says, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to keep doing this if you can't give me any money, because honestly, I don't have it. Like I said, single dad. I'm an amazing kid, but that's the reality of it. Tyler is here every single week, making this thing happen for us. He created our merch, man. He put up that store. I have to talk to Tim Cecil, another really good friend of mine, man. Former partner, Great dude. Jordan Dye, who's like a brother to me. Another guy who I need to reach out to more, man. I love Jordan. There is a finite number of people on this planet that I love, but I legitimately love Jordan. Dude's one of my best friends. People just keep popping into my head that I talk to. And some people, their names are just escaping me. Like Keeper, I can't remember his last name. Saved my life right now. And there's the Canadian lawyer who wrote the book about his relative. I can't remember his name. But they all, the actor who's going to be in the movie that takes place in Montana, Jeez, the diva, and I can't remember her name, but the R&B singer, rapper, entrepreneur, Boys. I remember Flobo, Dobie, Sherman XL, Jonesy. It's coming back to me, sort of ish. I apologize, guys, if I don't remember your names. I'm so sorry. I'm really doing my best, and I'm trying to thank everybody that I can in my own way for this year, because it's been a cool year. I feel like I'm winding down a little bit now. I'm kind of feeling a little, I don't know, heady, nostalgic, but I hope this isn't too slow for y'all. I hope that you are enjoying this small trip down memory lane, as it were. Like I said, if I forgot you, I apologize. I did not mean to. Oh man, the author of those rock and roll romance novels, whose name I also don't remember. The author of the Dragon books. They're very, very cool. Flat Earth Dave, which was a weird, interesting conversation for sure. The Mormon guy who makes electronic music, fellow member of the Church of Latter-day Saints. We were actually told at church to keep God's name in our church name. So it's the Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. Calling it the Mormon Church is actually still never cool, and I get it. Like, Christ should be first. So Church of Jesus Christ and Latter-day Saints. But yeah, I don't remember his name either. It's initials. It's letters and numbers. Nate Walden had an incredible story, and he was just on here recently. The guests are kind of coming back to me, but I'm so positive that I'm not going to remember everybody. And at the very least, I don't remember everybody's names, which is unfortunate, but I did my best. But at the end of the day, man, Tyler, dude, this is directed at you and also, to the fans. I could not do this without you, man. I appreciate you. You have legitimately become like a brother to me. And you're someone who I talk to about things that have nothing to do with this podcast. We talk a lot of wrestling, but I mean, we both shared some pretty personal shit, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate our relationship. Hey, I told y'all I would forget some people. As soon as I got off this thing, Kevin from Flatline Comics and Sean from SHP Comics. How did I forget 2 comic book creators? They're making amazing independent comics, films, things like that. The guys from Whoop Ass, Elijah, and his cousin, whose name I can't remember right now. Man, I think that's everybody. I want to tag this on because I knew I'd forget some stuff. Tyler's gonna have to do his first splice. Yeah, I think I got everybody. And this was all off memory, dude. So again, 51 guests. If I missed you, I might make a third video. I'm actually gonna go and check the guest list and make sure that I at least mentioned everyone who's been on the show. But thank you guys all so much for a fantastic year.
One eternity later.
Hey. So I went and checked the list. Screw it, because I'm an old man. Frank Blangy, another guy who I consider to be a personal friend of mine. I forgot to mention him. Roger Chenard from all sinners. Great drummer, great stories, great show. Sean Parker, great author and artist, musician, all around diverse cat. I just looked because there was a few that I forgot, and now I'm forgetting them. It's crazy that I'm just like, I have to mention every single guest who's been on the show because that's just how the brain is of Keith. So let's see. Oh, Ilsun 4K, my homie. Archie, who actually got me in the podcast game. Gerald Segal, another guy who I really dug his music before he ever even came on the show. Super happy that we had him on here. Another great conversation. Let's see. That may be everyone. And like I said, Jasmine Kane, who was stuck in her RV, chilling on the side of the road, waiting for repairs so that she could get home when she talked to us. And I said Sherman XL. Dude's name is actually Sherwin XL. My bad to Sherwin. There was one other person who I miss, and I'm gonna go back and find him right now. Where is he? Dude, Sam Mitchell, man. Great dude. Freaking, the kid has autism. Super young. He has his own foundation. I think that's a perfect way to end this. So, yeah. I did have to scroll because I missed quite a few of y'all. And some of y'all, I mean, like I said, Frank and I talk a lot. Good dude, you know? So yeah, Tyler, have fun figuring out how you're going to make this make sense. But I love you guys. Thank you all for being a part of this journey with me. So anyway, thanks to everyone for a year of most excellent entertainment, man. Happy anniversary. Let's do it again. Let's hit 2 years. And let's just keep on going and keep on growing, man. We can do this. All right, so as always, the most excellent entertainment, Keith. I'll see y'all next week.